I stood at the window, I pushed myself up, and I see in front, fuck man, there's nobody in front of the door, but the scratching is still happening. That is then I have goosebumps. So I slowly lowered myself down, closed the window, I sit on my bed.
And we are not live. sorry, very special episode.
Yeah, very special episode.
Because you cough, you special.
Yeah.
No, if you can see the screen, right, we got 2 extra heads on top of us. Why?
Because the ghosts are floating above us.
No
I don't know, I'm very bad at technology.
No, because we got very special guests. They are from around the world. Can say around the world, not just around Asia already.
Yeah.
One from Australia, one from our not so far neighbor, plus 60 Malaysia. Malaysia, right?
Wait, is that the right postal code?
Malaysia
Plus 60,
power.
right?
60 lah.
I just double checking.
You think what, 64? No, it's not 64, it's 60.
Correct.
It has always been a thing. Like I always thought it was weird. Like, why not in sequence one? Then you go into the deep dive of how like numbers are. Then it's like you're gonna spend like half a day. So don't waste your time.
Okay, before we go down the rabbit hole of postal codes, which quite frankly I think both of us are quite capable of going down.
Yep.
Joe, Kim, welcome to the show.
Wow, long time coming.
Yeah, boy.
I think that two listeners that always, I'm gonna flash the comments. They always ask us to collab, right? Pop, right? Yeah, it finally happened.
We're sorry it took so long.
Yeah.
We've been a little bit busy, but we finally got around to doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a quick introduction for our guests in case you don't know them. Joe and Kim are the guys who started Lights Out Ghost Stories. Lights Out Ghost Stories is a podcast that was started to pursue their shared passion for ghost stories. The channel has grown to offer a multi-interest exploration of the paranormal, including paranormal urban exploration and investigations into supernatural phenomena. It focused on... I know, right? They sound so much more classy than two of us. It focused on narrating and sharing ghost stories from both Asia and the West, bringing diverse cultural perspectives to the supernatural. With almost weekly updates, the team captivates viewers with supernatural encounters, horror movie reviews, urbex adventures, and much more. Guys, welcome to the show.
Nice to have you guys.
Thank you so much for having us, guys.
How are you fellas doing today?
Doing very well, thank you. I have to say that is the best introduction anyone has given us.
Do you know why it's so good?
Writer.
No, don't give me credit. I basically cribbed it from your YouTube page.
So I was going to say we need to hire someone to go and write that nice freaking intro for us. Man.
You already have your nice freaking intro. It's you guys who wrote it. That's the plot twist.
Yep. So by now you've already seen our episode on their channel. So finally this one is out because we got so many things that's announced. After Hungry Ghost Month already. So you know lah. Huh?
I love how that's barely just a humble brag.
No. It's just that things are busy but the money match the hell currency inflation don't make sense.
What's the website? xe.com where you see the conversion rate?
No, I believe it's hell.com.
I guarantee you we've just shouted out a website, right? That already exists.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's the story of my wallet.
I felt a bit offended as a Malaysian sitting among Singaporean and Australian talking about currency. What are you guys talking about?
I'm going to shut up right now.
No, bro. Like, you have to understand the economy is so bad, right? Even the hell note also kena inflation, bro. So it's a universal problem. You buy the kim chua, like not the same already. You cannot buy as much kim chua anymore. Actually, I'm very curious. I
swear to God, if you're going into a currency conversation.
No. Kinda. Joe, you in Australia, do they sell kim chua? Are you able to buy kim chua?
That's fair.
Okay, before we go any further, what the hell is kim
sorry.
chua?
Hell note. The one that the Chinese burn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
can find them,
get it. But I don't know where. But I've seen you can find them.
Nice.
So basically, everything you can find in Malaysia and Singapore, mostly you can find it in Perth, because we have a very large Malaysian and Singaporean community here. So if you want to find hell money, you can find. You want to find Bomo also.
Wow.
Contact.
In Perth.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, Kim.
I think Joe had mentioned this before. Perth is literally just half of it is
yeah.
actually Asian. There are a lot more Malaysian, a lot more Singaporean actually in Perth. Look at Joe's family.
No, I get that, but like, if you're Bomo by profession, how do you fill out the immigration form when you're going to Perth to live there?
Oh, healer.
Traditional medicine practitioner.
Healer. Medicine man.
Healer.
Cannot. Medicine man still too vague. But what was it? Traditional medical practitioner.
Traditional, not TCM. No, traditional medical practitioner. Yeah. No joke. This person, we're in talks with him to perhaps have an interview on Lights Out. He lives about maybe 4 doors away from where my mom and dad
Holy
stay.
cow.
From memory.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So he's originally from Christmas Island. And so in Christmas Island, they have a huge Malay population, right? Yeah. And we have a lot of people from Christmas Island here. So they have their practitioners here as well, bro. You think of a religion, we got it.
Yeah.
So it's not the... Because you spoke with somebody from Christmas Island before, right? I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah.
Pak Daud, yes. Yeah.
Pak Daud.
Yes.
So
yes,
is
yes. It's his relative.
Oh, I would love to go to
the
Christmas
connections,
Island.
this is
Christmas Island got HANTU or not?
I'm sure.
It's like in the middle of nowhere.
I'm sure there's HANTU.
No, because when I watched the documentary about Christmas Island, it just looks like Malaysia or Singapore lah. Like like it's like an island then with people who look like us, right?
Yeah,
and then they just chilling. Then a lot of coconut crab lah. Just that lah. So I'm thinking like it's so quiet. Got HANTU or not? Then if got HANTU, right? How the hell the HANTU go there? Well, technically that one, Australia what? So how like Pontianak go there? How Toyo go there? How they immigrate also?
Boat lah.
So no, surprising. I think after we talked to Pak Daud, I think some of the stories were actually, I'm not sure whether he made it through the screen or not, but Pak Daud's story is among the most unique stories that we have actually seen. I mean, we have never heard about. Have you heard about? Okay, we have heard about stories of pocong, whereby pocong jumping, pocong rolling, right, or pocong appearing among the trees. Pak Daud's pocong fucking swimming in the water. In the water, pocong. Have you heard it? No, it only happened in Christmas Island.
Or like jumping.
No. As in but in the water. I kid you not. We were like, impossible. This old man is gonna pull on our leg and give us some stupid story. But he looks dead serious when he told us the story. But I think to answer whatever you said earlier on, I think also echo after whatever Joe said, because there are a lot of this practitioner. So they brought their asset with them. So that's why I said, because I think doesn't go anywhere. He's here to stay.
Can I just give a shout out to them, because they must have done a really good job in bringing, let's just say, smuggling those assets, because
That's
Australian
true.
immigration, you bring a piece of fruit, it's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? You gotta lock up already.
Jail.
You bring weed, maybe okay lah, one day in jail. But you bring fruit, wow, you're fucked, bro. Yeah. So
No, but what Pak Daud actually told me, right, is this: okay, I've been to Christmas Island. Christmas Island is very haunted. I've been to Malaysia. I've been to Singapore. He goes, I asked him, where do you think is the most haunted place that you've ever been? The place where you felt the most saram? He actually said Perth. He actually said Ellenbrook, which is a suburb in Perth. He says the vibes there is very, very bad. Yeah, because you see, in that area we have a lot of bushland. So we also have a lot of a lot of our indigenous people that live throughout Western Australia. So they have their own practices as well. But then you throw in the Malayu, you throw in the people from around the world. It's a melting pot. And he said that he has really experienced really negative feelings in that area. He says, I won't go there alone at night.
but there's like people staying lah.
I don't know.
Are there people staying there?
Yeah. It's a suburb.
But how are the people like there?
It's a suburb.
Like,
Nice lah, like Kim and myself, easygoing, handsome,
nice.
good, nice charisma. No lah, no. Look, it's just like normal everyday people, right? But again, I think that's what was maybe what Kim was trying to say. Like when people come, they bring their practices with them, they bring their beliefs, they bring their culture, and so I think the world of the HANTU is international.
Yeah.
You know, it's not so much where, you know, a Bomo in, say, Christmas Island is calling up a jinn, then has to call up the international jinn like agency and go, do you have a local jinn that's Australian or no? I prefer a Middle East. I think it's just the same lah. They call these things in, and these things actually do come, and they've seen, you know, tuju. You know what tuju is, right? Okay, so in Malay folklore, it's an egg that flies in the air, and it's actually a curse that's been sent by a particular practitioner to an individual. He's seen this tuju up in Port Hedland in WA, fly across the sea.
Like how big is the egg? Like a normal size egg, or like?
It's not very high. Like, it depends who you speak to. People. Some people say it's an egg. Some people say it's like a glowing orb of light. Depends who you speak to. I don't know, Kim. You are more like our Malay Bomo kind of practitioner encyclopedia. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of people say different types of seeing. Like some of them see a size of an egg, whereby actually it's not that high. Like, for example, probably your ceiling height.
Right.
Your ceiling height. Or some of them seen it as like a fireball, and it's like a size of football, but that one is rather far. But it's like flaming fireball. And some of them just see it in as an orb. And some of them say that sometimes you see a lot of them like in one line. They are heading to like one direction.
Right.
So like the more you see, me, I said that it's the more been sent to one person's house. So the way to break it is you have to point it out and say, tuju, you know, so it will kind of like break the curse, or that thing will, the flame will go off, and then the curse tidak jadi lah.
Why tuju?
Kiranya. But they also believe...
Sorry.
Why tuju?
It's tuju, right? T-U-J.
Oh, I thought like
tuju,
seven.
as in the word tuju. No. It's tuju, as in it's heading. Tuju, the word tuju, okay. The root word tuju is heading. So it's heading to that person's house. But there are some people who believe that if you point it out, and then the curse might go to you instead of the other person. So yeah, that's why I guess, again, there's a lot of things, I mean, in Asian belief, because like there are also parents telling us, you know, I don't care about this kind of stuff. So whatever you see, keep quiet saja lah, and you know, nothing gonna happen to you, but if you don't say, or when you say. So I think our parents would teach us like, don't say lah if you see things like this. I have actually seen it myself, but this is in the middle of an ocean. So we were on a boat and we saw that flaming fireball. I saw 3 of them, and we were just looking out, and then after that I looked at my friend. My friend just did this. And then we wait for the thing to pass out, because it's like ocean, right? So ocean is like, there's nothing else apart from the sea and the sky. What? Then after that, you just see the thing go, and then very, very far, and then disappear. After that, then I asked my friend, the fuck is that? He's like, then he started to explain. Then that is what he told me. He's like, oh, when you actually point it out, the thing is going to come to you. Then I'm like, fuck, man, I'm just here for a good time lah. I'm not going to come out to the sea with you anymore after this. You know, scary shit, and kind of things happening. So yeah, I've seen it once.
That's in Malaysia, right?
One time.
Wow.
That is in Malaysia, Malaysia.
To send it over
Flying
the ocean,
egg, bro.
Yeah, man. That's some dedication to a curse. To send it over an ocean.
Yeah. Can I just add on? Like, I think in Asian culture, we actually use a lot of eggs to do magic. Even in what I understand in the Taoist, some of the magic that they use eggs also.
Oh, okay.
They can draw. I'm not very sure. I need to ask Chitong, but they can draw like specific charms, right? And then they can trap certain things inside the egg. So there's some cross in that aspect. And eggs are used to also cure. Yeah, I'm on the receiving end of one such as for myself also.
Cure, right? Not curse.
Cure. Yeah, not curse. So I remember I had like a very big like high fever. Then my grandmother didn't know what to do. She was like, I think this one very bad. I think some bad juju energy. Then she go and boil one egg And I don't know what she did. Like maybe she blessed it or something, and then she just rubbed it all over my body. Just rub.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, without the shell being open, it's just like
Right.
boiled egg, and then with the shell, they just rub. And then funnily enough, after like 1 hour, my fever broke, and then it just went away. Some like voodoo shit. I don't know.
Perth cannot lah, because the eggs damn expensive.
I'm sure.
$15, bro.
One tray, right?
Yeah, cannot afford.
One tray, right?
One tray. One tray. How much is it in Singapore? In Perth, it's like maybe, I think about $10
Bloody hell.
$3.
Walao.
But
Like that
But
can
to be
lah.
fair,
That
I
one
mean,
can lah, can.
it may sound like we're shitting on our own eggs, but honestly, Singapore egg quality not as good. In my opinion, lah.
Oh, smaller.
No
is it?
lah, it's just not as fresh lah. Like if you eat like the kampong eggs, like I don't know, like anywhere in Southeast Asia, usually is much better. The ones in Singapore, I think not as comparable. Eh. Yeah. I got a lot of food poisoning from our local eggs before also.
Can I just say I already love the two tangents we've taken so far in this conversation.
Egg and currency,
Egg
right?
and currency.
I think the both of us for the both of us, I think this episode is going to be like 5 hours long. I think
It's close.
No, I think similar to both Joe and myself, it's from we're very young. From we were very young. Like I think as far as I can remember, 7, 8 years old. We have this bunch of cousins that love to just hang out, have a sleepover, and then everybody just sit in the living room, you know. I remember back then, we don't even have like proper bed for everybody because there were a lot of us. Just for your information, because I came from a very big family. So my total first cousin, father side, there is over 30 of us.
Woo.
So yeah, but the sleepover gang, there were about 10, right, or less than that, slightly lesser than that, 8, 10 of us. So usually we will hang out in like living room, cramp everybody, and everybody just start telling ghost stories and things that we heard from our friends and whatnot. And then I think slightly after that, when we grew up, and then after that we were allowed to watch TV late night and stuff like that. We'll still have the same sleepover. Then after that, we will watch like I remember back then, because we don't have like those satellite TV, Astro or whatever shit, right? So we would like watch. I think back then we only have like 3 channels: TV 1, 2, 3, Malaysian. I'm talking about.
I remember TV Tika.
I think like every I think it's every Saturday 10 p.m. I think. We will have this horror movie, or it's not horror movie. It's just movie time, whereby sometimes they will show horror, right? So that will be the best time for us cousins. So we will sit, watch until like 12, and then after that we will be scared to go to sleep. I know. So I guess that horror, the love of horror just came from there, and then eventually until wherever we go, Chinese New Year reunion. People say don't talk about bad things. We sit around talk about ghost story. The last time I had this huge gathering and we talk about ghost stories, I kid you not, I don't even know I should feel bad or not. It's at my father's funeral. Fuck. The old man is dead and me sitting with my bunch of cousins, and then we were telling ghost stories, and then until eventually funeral parlor, blackout. And then we were screaming, scared of, things could go wrong because of the blackout. Whatnot. After everything is done, coffin is still there. Father obviously not going anywhere. The lights are on. We go back telling ghost stories. And this is like 2, 3 in the morning. The love of that is just that. Eventually, I found a whole bunch of people who had the same love. And then that is how this bromance started.
Nice. Romance.
I have to say, you telling ghost stories at your father's wake, right? A little bit more respectful than what me and my cousins were doing at my uncle's wake, which was playing blackjack.
Oh, they're normal. Normal. Did you guys take a cut?
I neither confirm nor deny that we were gambling at my uncle's wake.
Yeah, but it's very, very normal in Singapore and Malaysia. But the wake thing, I can relate. Because we do horror, right? Then I got recognized at a friend's grandfather's wake or something. And he said, he thought I was like a machine, you know. Hey, Kyle, just tell ghost stories. Then I'm like, bro, your grandfather lying there. Disrespectful, no?
Never mind,
He said,
tell.
like, it's okay. I'm the grandson. Can you just tell them the ghost story? Fucked up, yeah.
He would have loved it. In fact, sit next to the body and tell the stories.
Wow, I cannot. I straight away go home. Yeah. But what about you, Joe?
Worse lah, you guys talk about blackjack lah. My grandfather's funeral, we playing cards, eat kacang. Then afterwards with the little black color kind of like you know the cloth that they put in white shirt. Go and buy 4D.
Wait, isn't that Chinese?
This is a Peranakan wedding. This is a Peranakan funeral. My mom's. No, it's not wedding, it's a funeral. It's my grandfather's funeral, but the Peranakan side, this is the Peranakan Hokkien side, which is my mother's side, right? So like when you gather like that, you know, they sit down there, tell ghost stories as well, but then gambling is a must, chrysanthemum tea and a whole thing, a must as well. And then 4D go grandpa, we all miss you, can you give number? And then after straight away go to the shop, buy
Did you
number.
strike?
What to do? Very naughty lah.
Your grandfather like, see lah, gamble lah.
My I got something. You see these buggers. No lah. My origin story very similar to Kim's lah. You know, growing up with a Eurasian dad, Peranakan mom, every time friends and family meet, we just tell ghost stories. That's a given, you know. And my mom's side has a whole heap of like, you know, I know you guys had Chitong, which was I think he was a priest that has been on your channel before. So my great grandfather was a medium, and very similar to a Taoist medium. And so my mom's got this whole heap of stories. And so you just grow up listening to Pontianak, Hantu Penanggalan, you're listening to Possessions. And then as you grow up, you just have this love of horror and horror movies. And then I met Kim. I joked with Kim. I said, when I first met him online, I was like, I don't know about this guy. This guy seems a little bit strange. I don't know. Then eventually, when we met in Bali, we realized we had the same tattoo. And then
I was going to say
What tattoo do you all have?
We have the bunga, which is the. I have Dayak ancestry from my father's side as well. So I got the tattoo. Then when Kim took out his shirt, we were like, same tattoo.
What? Same tattoo? It's like that instantly. I kind of like instantly. I don't want to say it, but it felt like instantly we are. That's how the bond.
Connected.
You wanted to say love at first sight, right?
Yeah, connected lah. That's how we
Dayak
bond.
is
So it's like first time. Bali.
The what people, right?
I like how
The Aboriginals. of
Aboriginals of
Sarawak.
Sarawak. No, there's a English term for it, right?
Yeah.
indigenous.
Not indigenous. I forgot.
Indigenous.
First Nations.
That guy who was on our show, I forgot his name.
Iban.
Not English.
The
No,
Iban
it's one of the tribes. But Dayak is it an overarching term or is it a tribe?
It's an umbrella term.
Umbrella term
correct. It's like Dayak umbrella term. Dayak is like Chinese lah. Then in Chinese you have Hakka, Hokkien, Teochew, Cantonese, like that lah. So Dayak is an umbrella term. In Dayak there is Iban, Bedayo, Orang Ulu, and then smaller tribe lah. So Dayak is an
So
overall
both
term.
of you have Dayak heritage lah.
Joe has. I don't have. I actually pure Chinese is because a lot of Sarawakian we just love to have the. Sarawakian tattoo. So I have like two huge Iban tattoo on me.
Nice.
So that is just love of Sarawak lah.
Oh, it's a Sarawak thing lah.
Yeah, it's a Sarawak thing. You see a lot of Chinese boy, Dayak boy. I don't know some Indian boy and also Angmo also have this similar tattoo.
What the hell is Ahmad doing there?
Hey man, if you love Sarawak, you love Sarawak, man.
Yeah. Because I kid you not, I have Angmo. One of these guys, he's actually I think he's Dutch or something like that. Then he came. He just fell in love with the land, and then after that he's like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna live here lah. Then he went back Holland and he went back to his country, settled everything. Then after that he come back and like, okay lah, I'm gonna settle here lah. Then he married a native, and
That's it lah.
ever since that he's here lah. But it's just that he look like Angmo, he talk like Angmo, and then he want to try to blend into it. Obviously, but he still look like Angmo lah, kan? But I mean, Sarawak people don't really care lah. And you are you lah. What the fuck you do lah? But Sarawak lah. Okay lah.
Can I say?
You can still drink
Can
together,
I say
eat together.
him going, I love this land, and then instead just moving there and not doing anything else, like colonizing the land. That's real growth for the
Yeah,
Dutch.
modern way.
That's nice. It could have gone the other way. It's like, I really love this land. Mine.
This is more like reverse colonization.
Yeah.
We've colonized him. He's now Southeast Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Well, but thanks for sharing. I think it's very fascinating, and I think a lot of the fellow creators we had on that do horror, including ourselves, will feel very resonated with your backstory. It's pretty much the same.
It's almost exactly the same. Right down to the cousins gathering and then not having like enough proper beds, and then you just like sleeping on like mattresses on
Then
the floor.
scared, right? Then no dare to go toilet, right?
Yeah. It's
You come with me lah. Bro, come with me lah. Cannot lah. You stand outside the door lah.
Together.
I remember the most horrifying was actually because we stayed at this it's like a shop house. So the shop house, the living room that you will usually gather is like the far front end of the shop house. And then last time we don't have like handphones and whatnot. So if you are 10 something and 20 something, you're watching this, you don't know like the time whereby you don't have handphone. Okay? So we have like our landline, our phone, right, at the end of the shop house, which is very near to the kitchen, right? And then we are telling stories in front. The kitchen light is off, toilet light is off, and this is we on first floor, right? Some stupid uncle would call in the middle of the night asking us to open the damn door downstairs. So we are in front, and then after that the phone rang, and then we were like just looking at each other, who's gonna pick up? And then like, usually last time we were like, okay lah, never mind, I'll wait for grandpa to wake up. Eventually the phone will wake him up. When he wake up, we will pretend that we are asleep. And then sometimes we will just hear inside, we like hear our late grandpa. I can hear you guys. Somebody go pick up a phone before I come and wake you guys. Then that phone, not one person, not 2 person, no. Sometimes 5 of us go and pick up one phone.
Yeah.
And to be fair, sleeping grandparents, sleeping parents, right? If they have to get up, right, probably more scarier than ghosts.
You're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
100%.
I rather face the ghost than my mom when she's interrupted in her sleep.
Yeah. I mean, like, just to address the home phone thing, right? Wow, all the youngsters won't understand the anxiety of us, the kids having need to, pick up the damn phone, And sometimes the parents, they call us, then they're like, hey, why you take so long to call? Why you die already? You never pick up the phone.
Yeah,
Later I come home, I give you a rambak, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like that kind of shit. And then, of course, the night one. Like, I also scared of ghosts. Watch Incredible Tales already, scared I go in sleep. I cannot sleep because keep thinking about the ghost. Then suddenly the phone ring at 10:30, but the whole house is quiet. Then guess what? My dad asked me, you go and pick up the phone.
Oh. See, I never had that problem because my dad would always answer the phone and then yell at whoever was on the call.
So we know why you started the channel, but maybe can share a little bit more about how did you start it and who approached each other and why did you guys want to start this horror channel together?
Yeah.
Wow. Son, play head on. One to you, one you two back to me, basket. We'd been online with another channel and we'd stopped for a while. And I think once you get the bug of going online and telling ghost stories and having a podcast, it never leaves you. It hasn't. So Kim and I were and his now wife Shares. We kept in contact. We just play games. So we go online, we play games, and then afterwards like, Kim, my itchy already lah. Let's just start something lah. Let's just go and start a show lah.
Your what itchy? Your what itchy?
Backside itchy lah.
Context.
Yeah, very important. Very important. Kim's wife is like, yo, what? What do you tell my husband?
Yeah. That's why lah.
Then we actually we were a little bit concerned because who the hell are Kim and Joe? No one really knows us. They've been doing for different channels. Never mind lah. We enjoy telling ghost stories. We enjoy the content creation. Let's just start something up. So we just started it, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And the way that we built our channel, we wanted it to be as ad-lib and as off the cuff as we could. We were speaking about scripts before. We love the off the cuff stuff because I go in there, sometimes I can't even make it past the introduction. I stuff up. It's just basically us having a good time online, and the vibe is a bunch of friends sitting around a table talking.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
Agree.
we're going for.
Agree.
And
I think it go back to why we started with telling you guys, saying that, when it backs to the old time where we have a bunch of cousins sitting together and talk, and then eventually whatever conversation you're talking about, you can talk about, how to buy crypto. Half an hour later, it'll become Twitter HANTU. I'm like, wait, how do we end up here again? So that kind of thing. So eventually, I think from the previous channel that we were with until today, so sometimes we will receive messages whereby people who underwent chemo, right? People who are at the lowest of the point of their life, they were sick, they were lonely, they don't have company, and then they tune in to us, and then we replied their comments, and somehow they felt like they found a friend online, although we are not physically there, but we put them through the most difficult time of their life, and then they are very appreciative. So they told us this kind of thing, and then it's not okay. We're not bragging lah, but we don't have thousands of hundred of
Not yet,
thousands
not
of
yet,
followers.
not yet.
But there's one person. Okay, yeah. For both channels, one person sent us this kind of comment. It just made our not entire day away, made our entire week.
Yeah.
You're like, shit. We are really, really thankful for people who listen to us and felt that you guys have put us a lot, supported a lot. So they didn't do anything. They just stayed and watched and comment, and sometimes we just reply. So eventually that I think that gives us the strength of just going and keep going. Because again, Joe is a busy man. I have my own work. I'm sure that the two of you can relate to this as well. We have work, we have family, and there's a lot of things to do, right? And then yet we still have to sit down and tell ghost stories. It's not that it didn't become a commitment, but we just somehow it became also a time where we de-stress, meeting friends, sitting at a round table of coffee shop and just talk, So, and then eventually it leads to ghost stories. So I guess that's why we are doing what we are doing now. And then despite the very, very busy schedule, we still try our very best to produce lah. So,
And no matter what anyone says, right? Like, oh, well, you're doing YouTube, you're doing content creation, we create a lot of money lah. They've never done content creation before, especially from our perspective. It's like, we don't do it for the money. If we do it for the money, we would have quit a long time ago. We run at a loss, but we do it because we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've heard that. I mean, we've heard that ourselves as well. When people get in touch with us and they'll say like, "Oh, I was going through. I moved to a new country, and listening to you guys is almost like having a bit of home with me and stuff like that." I mean, why do you guys think? I think you've kind of sort of answered that question, but why do you guys think horror specifically seems to have this unifying quality to it?
I think it's the culture, bro. I really think it's the culture. I think that Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, in the Philippines, the horror and the ghost stories, they are our oral tradition.
I love that. Yeah.
They are an intrinsic part of our culture, right? So I think that whenever we hear a ghost story, it doesn't matter what kind of Asian you are, we know exactly the rules, we know exactly where this is leading to, we know the feeling associated with it. And it's part of our culture. And there's no two ways to put it, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think we can support it with I remember when we first go to Bali, both of us go to Bali. No, wait, second time when it's just us. And then we were in Bali, so we tried to get people to tell us ghost stories because we know Bali has all sorts of these stories, right? But you see, the local actually they don't really open up to foreigners because they know you are foreigners, and they have this certain fear of you might mock them for their belief when they tell you their part of stories, right? But after the convincing of we creators, we are a big horror fan and whatnot, the moment they felt like, these people are really into horror, right? You see the taxi ride become extravagant long, and then they just tell us stories, and then eventually they got so comfortable. Eventually they start speaking their own dialect. Then I look at Joe, look at me, and then I say, Pak, slow, perlahan pak, it's slow. Then so that we can understand, you know. And then he like, oh, sorry. Then he will go a bit slower. And then we were like, I guess that is how, you know, it's just that how that connection builds up. And then also I wanted to add in that I guess it's also all the profanity that we put up in our channel, and somehow it also leaked into your channel. So I want to apologize for that first. But
It's fine.
This is just how Joe and myself are like when you meet us in real life. This is exactly how we talk. This is exactly how we express ourselves. You won't see another person that is slightly different when you meet us. So I guess it's also people would feel that the real side of you lah. You know, where you are genuine about. Yeah, I am here. I enjoy horror, and if you are a nice person, and yeah, I don't mind making friends. But then if you know what real friends do, like I think there's something wrong with what you say or whatever things that you pointed out, I'm gonna mock you. I'm gonna go for it. I'm not gonna layer and filter it out. So yeah, I think also that I guess people will feel that connection.
Yeah, but me.
And
Yeah, don't worry about the vulgarities. It's okay. It's chill. Yeah.
No, but it's also self-preservation, right? Because my mother sometimes listens to the show, and I get into trouble. Boy, I send you to school, I give you an education, I bring you up proper with manners. Then you go online and you say all this kind of filthy language. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just bring disappointment and shame, lah. You know, my mother just told my daughter one day, because, you know, your father is a lost cause.
Wow.
He's a lost cause. See,
Ouch.
kena lah, everywhere I
Joe,
kena lah.
the secret is setting expectations very low. It's like when
Mine was very low.
no, like lower still. Like when I was younger, my mom would always ask me, where you, because whenever I'm leaving the house to go out with my friends and everything, my mom would be like, oh, where you going? And I always tell her, selling drugs. So when I grew up to not become a drug dealer, I think my mom was like, okay, he's fine.
Bro, I'm gonna one up you if you don't mind.
Please go ahead.
So when I was younger, right? So I love my father, I love my mother, and they did their very best.
I love the caveats, by the way. I love the caveats.
I love you, mom. I love you, dad. Then my dad used to look at me, and then because of my schoolwork and my studies, he goes, boy, you better make your body strong, because I don't think you can make it out in the world, I think you might have to go and do manual work, He says, you don't be careful, you end up working in prata shop, or you go to jail.
Wow.
Correct. Both came true. When I came to Perth, I worked in a prata shop. I can flip pratas. I know how to make teh tarik. Okay. And then now every day I go jail. So it happened that way.
Fair enough.
So was very, very low. My bar was very, very low.
I mean, technically you could say you met expectations. So
And then
I mean, you know, technically that's you see, you've proved your parents correct, and nothing pleases a parent more than going, see, I told you so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the I told you so.
Yeah.
I told you so. Yeah.
I have to say now, next time I go to Perth, I have to go look for your prata shop.
Okay. I mean, before
not
the
anymore.
listeners kill us in the comments,
Yes.
especially the ones that wanted us to collab, maybe let's throw them some ghost stories.
Yes.
Not that none of
We should.
none of this is interesting. It's very interesting.
Yes, let's not stray into prata territory.
We have to ask this. Okay,
Yes.
so give us your scariest ghost stories. Right?
Kim go first.
Can I enroll?
Okay. Scariest ghost story. My story lah.
Sure.
I'll go with my story lah. So okay. Remember, this is the same shop house that I told you where we have our cousins sleepover, right? This is the same shop house. I'm gonna paint you the look of the inside of that shop house as much as possible, So downstairs, late grandfather used to sell grocery.
okay.
All right. So as you enter, on the side there's a staircase. So you go up. Then when the moment you go up, you look straight after the end of the staircase. You see toilet and washroom. Turn to your right. That is where the small kitchen is. So if you make the U-turn, because the staircase, you make a U-turn, then you go to the first living room, walk straight in, there's a second living room with rooms.
Right.
All right? But on this same staircase, as you make a U-turn, and then you walk a little bit, you make another U-turn, that is a staircase going up to first, second, let's say first, second. First is ground floor. So first, second, third floor, right? So third floor. My grandfather knew that he has a lot of kids, right? So eventually kids would need places to sleep and whatnot. So on this going second to third floor, my grandfather actually built an extra room. So this room is kiranya macam first, second, 2.5. It's a 2.5 floor, right? It's because it's between second and third, right? Third is here, second is here. So there's just a staircase going up here. Then after that, there's a staircase going up here. So this is a room. So then after that, eventually my father stayed in that room. My father got married and then stayed in that room also. But after that, my father moved out with my mom to take care of my maternal grandmother. So that room was left empty. So this is in 2005 when I have my SPM. I don't know what SPM is equivalent to
secondary
to
school
your country, but it's secondary school the final public examination for secondary school. So I was having that. So I told my dad I would need my alone time. Actually, I just want to get away from my parents. I told them I need a personal space so that I can study into late night. Eventually, that didn't happen. So that, then I actually asked them, can I have that room? My father is like, okay, whatever, if you want to clean up that room or whatever, then you just go and sleep there, because since nobody is taking that room. So, okay, so I did the examination. That was done. Then after that, because after that secondary school part, we actually had a long holiday before you decide to do whatever stuff that you're supposed to do. Either you go to college, you continue with your public school or whatever. But that was a long period. I think it was a good 2 months at least, right? So I rot in that room for 2 months. I literally did everything that you can imagine in that room, aside from drug. My mom might be listening. I know no drug in that room. So there is this one night I remember, because I was staying by myself in that room, right? So I have my own set of key to the shop house, to the room. So usually sometimes I'll come back very late at night. So okay, this is actually the first story of that particular room. So I came back, but that night it wasn't very late. It was like 10 something, right? So I balik, then after that I naik, then after that when I walked up, I actually see a bunch of my younger cousins. So these younger cousins, it's not my bunch of cousins. So these younger cousins are not the one who tell ghost stories, right? Because they are younger, right? So they have their own bunch. So I just sat down with them and then just talked to them a little bit. So they were like, this happened, this happened. Then after that, I'm like, okay I want to go up to my room. So then we say good night. Then after that, I went up to my room. So I went up to my room. Okay, so inside the room now, so inside the room, as you open the door, right in front of you, there is a wardrobe, right? Right in front. So on the right hand side, there is a makeup table. And then when you turn, right here, it's the king size bed. And then surrounding it, there would be cabinets, all right? After the makeup table, if you walk slightly down a bit, there is a huge window panel whereby when you look outside, you can actually see the living room, the first living room downstairs, and also the staircase going up to third floor. Because this room is additional built, right? So that is why you can see the living room and the staircase. So all the furnitures are built in. That time era punya trend I guess. So when my father got married, that is how he built the room. So okay then nothing happened, and then I went. As I entered the room, nothing happened. So nothing ever happened in that room. Nothing ever ever happened in that room. I've never heard of stories or whatever. Masuk the room. So as I sat on the bed, on this side whereby it's just in front of the window, there's a TV that I put and also my game console. So I start playing game lah. I still remember this very clearly. I was playing Splinter Cell. So for those who do not know the Splinter Cell, so you are an agent whereby you creep around and then after that you are not supposed to make a lot of noises and whatnot, right? So I was playing that game. That time, I memang have a habit of wearing my watches no matter when lah. So even when I go to bed, I'll wear my watch, right? So that time I looked at my watch when I was halfway through the game lah. I think it was around 12:1. I was playing the game, and suddenly I heard the door, when you locked it from inside, people trying to buka from the outside. So you hear the sound. I heard that sound. TV, okay. TV is here, door is there, right? So I heard that sound. So I'm like, wait, probably it's the game. That time no headset. So it's from the TV, right? So I'm like, I heard, I'm like, probably it's the game. Splinter Cell, after all. So I just continue to play lah. I'm like, wait, a minute or two after that, I'm like, wait, does it sound like coming from this side? Like, it sounds like coming from that side. Like, that is baru I turn to look at the door. When I turn to look at the door, I can see the doorknob clearly being twitched, right? From somebody outside. So I just sat there. That time, I kid you not, I don't have that shit. What the fuck is wrong now? I did not. So I'm like, okay lah. What is it now? Okay. So that is stopped, right? It stopped. Almost instantly, I hear banging on the door. Bang, bang, bang. But it did not, it's not louder, softer, faster, slower. It's not. It's constant banging. Bang, bang, bang. So I'm like, then in my head, I'm like, probably the kids, my cousins that I saw earlier on, came to have some fun lah, you know? So I thought they haven't sleep, and then they pulled a prank on me at my bedroom door. So I was still on the bed. I was like, shit, this kid, they are really going at it. But I did not hear like a giggling, which they normally would do lah, you know? After kids pull a prank on you, then after that, they'll run off, and then, you know, they will start to laugh and whatnot. Then after that, I did this. Oi, who's outside? Like that, from inside the room. That is not 100% of my voice, but 100% is very loud. So kids obviously can hear me. But the banging now stopped. It still continued. Bang, bang, bang. Then I'm like, fuck, this kid's really going at it. Then after that, after the banging, it stopped again. Again, almost instantly. Okay, so I do not know whether you guys still have that kind of door. It's a wooden door with 6 frames carved onto the wooden door.
Yeah.
That kind of door. That is a door that I have on my bedroom. I can hear people cakar the pintu, scratching the door from the outside. So because it go on the frame, right? So you can hear the I can hear that from outside the room. I'm like, wait, these kids are going a bit too far now, then not? Okay. So go back to the window, all right? Okay, as this is happening, the scratching is happening, I can still hear the scratching. So I stood up. Remember the window just now, right? So the window can see the living room, number 1, and also the staircase, right? So I'm like, fuck, I want to see who is in front of the staircase. Scratching still going on. So I slowly opened the window. Then, because, okay, I'm quite a tall guy. So, but I still have to push myself a little bit up just to see clearly who is standing in front. Okay, when I push myself a little bit up now, I can see, even though the person is crouching down in front of the door, I can see, because I can see the floor in front of the door already. The scratching still happened. I stood at the window, I pushed myself up, and I see in front, fuck man, there's nobody in front of the door, but the scratching is still happening. That is then I have goosebumps. So I slowly lowered myself down, closed the window, I sit on my bed. I'm like, fuck, Now what? Right? So I'm like, shit, what am I supposed to do now? The scratching still happened. Right? Then after that, it stopped. So from the opening of the door, banging of the door, scratching of the door, the whole thing lasted about 10 minutes.
Wow.
Jeez. I can remember this is because I'm wearing my watch. I can see it, right? So I'm like, shit, what is gonna happen now? Then in my head, I'm like, fuck. Now should I go out or should I stay in? If I go out, the thing is outside how? But if I stay in, the thing come in how? I'm like, shit.
You don't have toilet, right?
I'm like,
There's no toilet inside. You need to go out lah.
There's no toilet. There's no toilet inside.
Habis.
Habis. Right. Then some more, the window, if I go out the window, I jump down, I'm going to die. I'm going to be the one doing the scratching after, right? So, no way out. So I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to continue play game until I'm very, very tired and then I'm just going to go to sleep. That is the stupidest decision that I ever made, but that is what I did, right? But this time I changed game. Right, I changed to football, right? So I played football. I remember I played until like 4 something like that. I barely can open my eyes really. Okay, now I'm gonna go to sleep. As I was about to go to sleep, I'm a person who I cannot sleep with the lights on. I have to switch off the light, right? Okay, the light switch is right next to the door. There's no other light switch. There's only one light switch, right? I still want to switch off the light. So from the makeup table, right, because the light switch is just next to it, I stretch myself the furthest I can. That's the fucking light switch, right? It's not the flip type, it's the turn type.
God.
Right. So I was there, stretch myself the furthest I can. The moment I push, it turned dark. I ran, jumped on the bed, pulled my blanket, right? So I covered myself. Now, total darkness. Immediately, I kid you not, immediately. Okay, just imagine that now you are sitting like this. You're sitting like this, but you are not looking at the screen. So you don't know who's behind you, right? But if you have a friend, a family member who approaching you, you can feel the presence, right? You can feel like as if somebody is coming. I kid you not. I felt like there's a presence standing in between the door and the wardrobe. There's a small space here, right? I felt like somebody is standing there looking at me. I'm like, fuck. Now it came in. How? So, this is what I did. Holding my blanket, I'm like, if I sit up and I look at the thing, if it's there lah, at least maybe I'll faint and you'll be over lah. So, sit up and look at it lah. Obviously, nothing is there lah. That is the first story of that
Bloody
room.
hell.
Then, eventually, from that moment on, the room has all sorts of things, but not to myself. Then macam the other few stories are shorter lah. So after that, I think couple of weeks or couple of months after that, late in the middle of the night, I have my uncle who called me. My uncle, sometimes he came back a bit late. He would not go to the room. He would sleep in the living room one, which you can see from my room. He'll call me. He's like, hey, can you turn off your music or not? It's a bit late and then you are a bit loud. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you are in your room lah, you're playing music and then not. I'm like, I'm not even home. I'm like, I'm not at home. Who's playing music at home? He's like, nobody is playing music, is it? Or maybe I heard wrongly. Click. So he didn't continue the conversation. So apparently he's not the only one who heard sometimes there are music coming out from the room when I'm not inside the room. Second. Third. So one window you can see the living room number one. The other window you can actually see downstairs all the way to the road, right? So there's one time my friend sent me back. So this is already it's always Maghrib time, right? So this is when the sun set. So he was sending me back. This dear friend passed away, so may she rest in peace. So she sent me back. Then after that, she's like, hey, somebody in your room. The both of us looked up. I saw somebody stood at the window. I can see a figure stood at the window, just looking as if, expecting somebody to come back. Then I'm like, maybe my cousin. Then after that, it clicked. Nobody have the key. The room is fucking locked. Nobody else have the key apart from myself. I'm like, who else in the room? And so all of this, it stopped eventually when one of my cousins started a lion dance troupe, and that is where he stole all his lion head.
Huh.
The room now, that's where he stole all his lion head, and eventually all of this stopped happening. So yeah, that is my story, ladies and gentlemen. There's no ladies, but probably watching.
Wow, very amazing story. Hey, but did you see the thing that was standing in the window, or it was just your friend?
I saw it too, because the both of us, because my friend is like, hey, is somebody in the room? So I looked out as well. I'm like, hey, oh yeah. At first I thought maybe it's my cousin. Then okay.
Could you see like the features or anything, or is your window like translucent, not transparent?
No, you can't, because the room is
Right.
is dark. Sun is
Right,
setting,
right.
you see. So you can't see like the face, but you can see the shape of a person standing at the window. Yeah. So then after that, I'm like, fuck, I still need to sleep in the room tonight. So eventually that night, I did not sleep in the room. I sleep in the living room.
I don't know how you continued to sleep in that room after that first one.
Yes,
already.
yeah. First one, I straight away move out already.
Yeah.
I actually, nothing. No, I felt like I actually told my grandfather, I told my auntie, uncle, I told my parents about this. Then after that, they're like, but then it's home, right? What you gonna do? So I don't know. That time I'm like, yeah lah. But the first night, I asked a friend to come back and sleep with me. A friend came back and sleep with me for first night. Then after that, I'm like, okay lah, nothing happened, then it should be fine lah. But yeah, the room is still there today. The shop house is still there today. Yeah, so that
No
is
lah,
it.
bro. The car drove by, and then the headlight hit the lampu go on the left, and then the shadow come there. That's what you saw lah. No
Wow,
ghost
the,
lah.
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah, of
angling
course,
is just so precise. The car, the light, and then the reflection over here.
Of course, of course.
Okay, so
Of course.
I do have some questions though for this story. When you were staying in the 2.5 floor, were there anybody staying on the third floor?
Yeah, auntie.
So got people
Auntie,
staying
uncle.
lah. Then second floor also got people staying. Not like it's an empty house lah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there are people staying.
So it won't make
Yeah.
sense to say that it's haunted because the space is empty for too long, right? And also I presume that your late grandfather also got like pray or something. He's religious, right?
We came from a very strong Catholic family. I have a goddamn uncle as a priest, man. So
Yeah.
we have like huge altar at the living room, and I have a huge rosary last time in the room, and I'm like,
And can I just say, I love the phrasing. I have an uncle who's a goddamn priest. lah.
This is how bad it is, guys. I went to stay at his house, right, a couple of years back, his late father's house. I opened the door, big statue of Our Lady. I think it's like 7 foot tall statue of Our Lady. Right on the wall. 6 foot tall. I was like, I saw my back. Wow, like, at least now I feel safe in here. Like, wow, one big, straight in front of the front door.
Power.
Did you have any like religious items in the 2.5 room?
yeah, a huge rosary was hanging on top of the bed. Huge
What was-
rosary.
Did you ask your grandfather why was it there? Or maybe he knew there was something funky going on. That's why he hanged the huge rosary there.
No, I think we just have a lot of religious items in the house because of the Catholic religion lah. We just have a lot of huge Mother Mary, huge rosary, huge altar. We just have a lot of those huge items at home lah. It's just that okay. Then after that, I actually told my father this story, right? So my father is not a guy who really talked about horror stuff. He never shared me a lot of this horror stuff, right? But he actually did say something which was funny to me. I'm like, you never told me any of this story, but why now? So what happened was actually my father said, let me see. My father has 13 siblings in total. So the sequence is there is him, a brother, then right after the brother there is a sister, which is the auntie, that didn't make it. She passed away when I was born. That was many years ago lah, kan? So my father actually did say this when I told him this story. He said, I don't know. Sometimes maybe your auntie came back. Your auntie just don't like you play game in the middle of the night. I'm like, yeah, that explains it. So, but he said, but what happened that time when she passed away was this. So, my auntie is a person who loves hygiene. So she would like clean every inch of the house as much as she could, right? So my father said when she is still alive, usually in the middle of the night, like macam 12, 1, everybody else is asleep, she would stay awake and then she would clean the toilet downstairs. Right? So my father said she would usually do it is because also right after that people asleep already, so people would not go to toilet and dirty it again. So she would clean it in the middle of the night, right? My father said within the period of like 1 to 3 months, he said sometimes when he wake up in the middle of the night wanted to go to toilet, he would hear as if there are people brushing the toilet.
Right.
But as he approached it, obviously there's no more sound, so he thought like maybe I just got out of sleep and then I just missed that sound of my sister cleaning the toilet, and then eventually I still play it in my head. That's how he explained it And after I told him the story, he said, maybe your auntie came back. I told you not to sleep so late, play games some more. So yeah, I don't know whether that explains it or not, but yeah, I've never met the auntie, and so I
Was the room? Had your grandfather built the room when your auntie was still alive, or did it come after she had passed on?
Still alive. Still alive.
Maybe,
Still alive.
Maybe the house. Maybe she really don't want you to play games till so late. That's why she scare you.
It's a good way to get your sleep schedule.
That was the only one time, right, when you stay in that room that something as weird as that happened, or were there more?
There's another story that is. I feel like I'm taking Joe's slot a lot.
No, please go.
No.
It's okay. I don't have a lot.
Don't worry. We have enough time for everyone.
Yes. Okay, because actually there is another story, but it's related to the room, but somehow it's not really the room. You see, so let me see whether I can shorten the story or not. So I have this again, a huge size cousin that loves tattoo as much as Joe and myself, right? So he has his whole body covered, and then one of the biggest piece, or one of the most expensive piece that he put on himself was, it looked like a barong, but it's not. So it's like a lion hat, but it's really not, right? It's just another Chinese culture of something that looked like that, but here.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow.
Put it here. So this thing is like this size, and then the eyes are right here. Right?
Painful,
Like that. So you just imagine, painful, expensive. So, and then after that, he just put it there. Pretty, very, very pretty, right? But he say, immediately after that, shit start to happen, right? So he don't remember what he did, right? He don't remember what he did. Then he said, but he almost something that he did, almost immediately after that, something weird started to happen. He said, whenever I go to sleep, the moment I close my eyes and like about to fall asleep, I would imagine a girl, red dress, long hair, staring at him. But he said, weirdly, I don't remember the girl's face. But I can feel the anger that she... the vibe that she is sending, the anger that she has. My cousin, okay, this is a big guy. My cousin is a big guy. He said he never felt so scared in his life, but that is what he felt when there is that lady. Then the moment he looked at that lady, imagine you were sleeping. Then the next thing you saw a lady, long dress, red, long hair, staring at you. Then the next thing you know, the lady start running towards you. Then he would turn. If let's say it's a door, he would close the door. He would turn, go to another door, open the door. When he opened the door, the lady is at the other end of the door, doing the same thing, standing there, staring at you, and start running towards you. Right? So he said, that is what happened in his dream, where he was in the room that I just mentioned. Because after that, I moved out. This is like after when I go to uni lah. When I go to uni, I moved out that room. So he stayed in that room. He said when he slept in that room, he was looking at the window outside, whereby it sees the road, right? So he said, I can see the lady at the other end. Then the lady start running, right? Coming into the shop house. So obviously he felt very scared, right? He felt very scared. The lady is coming, so he need to get out. So he would turn, but he said, this dream, it felt very realistic, as in none of the details in the room are missing. So he would turn, he would go to the room, the door that I stored to you earlier on. Right? So he would open the door. The moment he opened the door, because it's a staircase, right? He would see the lady standing at the bottom of the staircase.
Shit.
Dress, long hair, staring at him, and started running, coming up the staircase. So he said this, then after that he would close the door, he would go to the window, he would see the lady again. So he said this loop is just non-stop. That guy, I think he did not have a proper sleep for at least a month.
But he didn't stay in the room lah.
Then
He was in his own house lah.
No.
No, but he slept in that room.
He stayed in the room. He slept in... not to say he slept in that room lah. When he fall asleep in that room, that is when
the dream will
that thing
happen.
happened. But he say, the dream will happen. But the thing is, you see, for the lady, it's just that no matter when he fall asleep, that lady will appear. It's just that time, because he slept in that room, so he tell me that what happened in that room, you see. So after that we found out that the moment he tattooed this, because the thing was with an eye, right? This is according to one of the medium lah. Funny story. Funny story is because we came from a very strong Catholic family, but somehow this boy ended up in the temple nearby. So he was helping the temple and whatnot lah. So then after that there's a trance happening lah. So immediately the trance happening, there's a long queue of people seeing this medium, right? The moment the deity got in, the medium just pointed at my cousin. He said, "Boy, you are in big trouble. You sit down." Then he's like, I'm here just to help out the temple. I'm not even in the queue, But the deity just pointed and said, "Boy, you are in big trouble. Come sit down." So my cousin sat down, and then the medium asked, "So you have not been sleeping properly throughout this one whole period of time?" My cousin like, I didn't even tell him anything, so I don't know what is happening. So he said, "You saw a lady in red dress, long hair, following you, chasing you, is it?" Jesus. Then my cousin said, "Yes." I say, what is giving you trouble is actually the tattoo that you have on your body. So he said, "Take off. I need to see which one is with the issue." So he took off lah. And obviously this boy has a fish, has a tiger, has that barong head. So everything that he has, he made it realistic. I don't know whether you guys heard about this before or not. Some of the tattoo enthusiasts, when they put on stuff, they would not put on the pupil of the item. It can be a dragon, a tiger, a fish, or whatever animal, or a picture of a deity. They would not put up
the eyes
lah. So the eyes are so it's without the eyes. So if without the eyes, the thing is actually not alive.
Right.
But this young cousin of mine, everything is alive, right? So this huge thing, fucking alive, fucking realistic eyes, right? So the deity said what happened was actually there is actually somebody is actually heading to the cemetery, as in somebody passed away and they are heading to a cemetery, and my cousin happened to pass by them, right? So the moment they cross each other, this lady that happened to be dead, the one who passed away, saw this thing as the guidance for her to proceed. This became the light that she saw. So she followed, right? But eventually, that light is not getting her anywhere. She got angrier day by day, angrier and angrier and angrier. Eventually, that is what he saw. So then after that, this boy bloody stubborn. No? Then the deity say, "I'm gonna give you two options. One is I'm gonna kill that thing off. Mia said that they will use joystick. They will use joystick. Then they will kind of pierce the pupil of the tattoo, so that thing is dead. Right. That is permanent solution. The other one is the deity say, I can help you cover so that the thing can proceed, and then this thing will be temporarily covered, but I don't know how long it will last, right? And this boy still say, ayo, but very expensive lah. Never mind lah, you cover for now lah. No need to kill it off. You cover for now. Bye for your boy. So that's what happened. So his tattoo now, it's just covered. I asked him, anything happened? Is there so far now?
This was recent or what?
Yeah. My story was in 2005. It was very long back. For him, his story was actually quite recent, I think. But at least also maybe in the past 7 years.
Need to be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, jumping back, right? I do know that there are certain taboos. I don't know, you got more tattoos than me, but there are certain taboos in terms of tattoos when you get, especially Chinese religious things, or even animals. You don't put the eyes in because there's this thing we call kai guang. You open the eyes, essentially summoning something into the thing. It can apply for paintings, it can apply for ink, it can obviously apply for the wooden deity statues also.
So is that how they bring the deities into the state?
Yes.
Okay,
but according to Qigong, it's not the deity itself, it's a representative of the deity,
Right.
like the GRC member, like the MP of the deity. But essentially having essentially having the same power, but you need a proper ordained priest to do it. You can't just do it like that because anything can go in.
Right.
So you sway Scully's spirit go in, then jialat already. Then you have a big problem. Your cousin, right? This one cousin, right? Yeah, very stubborn. Very stubborn. Some more wear it. That one fierce, that one.
So how did the monk or the priest, or how did they cover it? Literally just cover the tattoo?
No. They kiranya they put on a chant over it.
Hide the thing lah.
Okay.
Hide the thing. But Jesus said, the medium said, I don't know how long it will last. Probably it's going to last very long, but probably not, But before that medium, actually my cousin have go to few different temples just to seek help to get this done. None of them actually did any good until this one temple. And then this temple is just behind our house. And then he went, other temple so far away. And this temple right behind the house is the one who fixed it for him. So it has been quite a number of years now. That boy is still strong, healthy. He has his own boy now.
Is he doing the lion,
everything.
the lion thing,
Okay.
the lion dance thing?
Yeah, he's the one who.
Okay, let me
lion
break it
dancing.
down to you in terms of the will of the gods, as you can say, because he is destined for this path. Therefore, he went through this particular supernatural event, and then somehow he cannot seek help. He cannot find help from the other temples, and finally he found help from the temple that's nearest to his house, I guess. And through probably someone told him hey, I think you're in deep shit. You go and be closer to the gods lah. Then you go and help out in the temple. That's where the fate crossed. Then the deity saw, okay, you are in deep shit, I can help you. Then go and help. And then maybe from there it sparked an interest in his lion dance thing. And then somehow bring the lion dance head back to the home to suppress whatever energy was captured there. Because you also experienced it, right? It may be a relative, it may be something that just stayed.
Yeah.
You don't know what.
Yeah.
Or maybe it could be the material. It can be down to the wood. Maybe your grandfather used certain wood that had something inside. We also don't know. Then it all falls into place lah.
Yeah.
It's fated one lah. So he's fated to do this lah. But the funny thing is that the lion dance head, right? They also are spiritual. They have energy in them.
Okay, that one I kind of figured.
There's videos that, especially in Malaysia, there's videos that people send to us where I saw, the eye, right? You're supposed to press the eye, then the eye will blink.
Yeah.
He blink on himself, bro.
Yeah.
It's creepy, yeah.
That is creepy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Imagine a whole room of them.
It's very simple. Yeah. So I had a friend in Perth. He's mixed Burmese and Angmo, right, from England. I'm no longer in contact with him. He's moved away. But when I was in Perth, he used to do kung fu and lion dance with Sifu from in Chinatown. So the Sifu is a Mo Shan priest from Hong Kong. And he was also a tribe member. So all these are interrelated. Yeah? So he used to do, and what he was saying was that every time the lion dance happens, they have to do a ceremony where they actually dot the eye. And that's when they bring the deity into the eye. And he says like he's witnessed weird things happen. So this Moshan priest would sometimes call in Sun Wukong, like the monkey god, into his body, right? So he'll line his students up in front of the altar, give them incense, and they have to kind of do the ritual. I don't know what it was. So he'll say, don't look up. He said, don't look up. Look down on the floor. Okay, so everyone looking out, right? So my friend is a bit naughty lah. So he just like, he open one eye and look up. As the teacher's chanting, he look into the altar, right? The altar will have like rice wine as well. He says as he was looking up, he can see the rice wine. No one is looking, and the teacher is doing his chanting. He looks up, you see the rice wine bottle just moving like this. Up on the altar, and then his teacher will get possessed. So I'm very thankful because one of Kim's friends, Eric, tattooed me. So I have a dragon down here. Then when I was looking at the dragon, I go, why my dragon blind? Got no eyeball. So later when I asked him, he said, yeah. If I put a dot into your tattoo, it might be too strong for you to carry. And you can get very sick or things can happen. So it's just I leave the dot.
Or you might open your third eye. Depends on your parcel.
A lot of things can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things can happen. Yeah.
Kim, I'm just kind of curious also. So you come from, like you said, giant rosary and everything, so big Catholic family. How do they feel about like your cousin going to the medium and then getting the that whole ritual done and everything?
I think after that, for my generation, I feel every time I say this, I feel very bad because I'm the eldest in my generation. I'm the eldest son of the eldest son, right? I'm the eldest in the family, my generation. So I did a lot of opening to do different shit in my family. So the first boy who get piercing, the first boy who get tattoo. So a lot of my younger cousins now also do different stuff. So after that, I guess it's also in a way that my generation, we are more what
Open.
is the word for it even? We open at the same time we also like we do what we want to do eventually also because like now I'm a convert. Because I married Muslim, so in Malaysia we have to convert. So I'm Muslim now. So to my family members also, of course initially they would ask like macam, is there no So but weirdly when I actually break the news to my uncle that is a priest, you know what's the first word that he muttered? Ayo sayang. In my head I'm like, wow, no lah, impossible ma. It's religion. It's not a number game. It's not about who have more followers. It's just that we believe in one mighty creator that might appear in a lot of form, and religion is just a path to get to that end way to him, and let's believe in that So I explained it. After that I explained it to him why is it so, and then after that. But the final, I think the ending part is just, no matter what religion I am, I'm still the same guy that you know. Chinese New Year, I see you, I'm still going to call you uncle. I see my mother, I'm still, respect my mother, take care of my mother. The same way, there's nothing not going to happen. Now I'm a Muslim man. Mother, you are different to me now. No, it's the same. And what difference does it make? And then it makes no difference. So after that, of course, I'm a more of a vocal boy. So at home, nobody really go and question me if after that, I start giving out reasons and whatnot. So I guess for that cousins or other cousins as well, some of them have branched out, and they're like, yeah, as long as you are be a good man, not a religious man. A good man is better than a religious man, right? So now my cousin heavily tattoo and whatnot on the streets. When he see me, he still call me abang, right? So that is a good man, good man. So I mean, whatever do lah, good man is better than religious.
Agree. So now, Joe, is your time. Maybe you can share with us your ghost stories. Scariest one.
Okay, it's the scariest one lah. I think firstly, I wish I had gone first lah. You know when when a teacher asks you to come and do your homework and you go, oh, you just ask John to do first, and then John do the homework damn well and then you're like fucking sweating down there, and then trying to write last minute thing. Shit, it feels like this lah. As you can see, Kim is the storyteller of our group lah. He's a storyteller. But I have 3 stories, okay? 3 short stories. One happened to my mom. 2 happened to me, and very recently. Okay, my favorite story from my family. I love telling this. I've told it on my channel. I tell everyone who wants to listen. When my mom was working as a telecommunications officer in Yio Chu Kang in Singapore. This was from the 70s all the way up to when we moved to Australia in 1992. So there is, in the telecoms, there used to be this huge, I remember this huge kind of like office and field space in Yio Chu Kang, right? And this place was very haunted. So my mom used to work as a Morse code operator for the ships. So she speaks Morse code like a language. You know, she can go did da da. She speaks it very well. But they also do night shifts at night because obviously ships come in all hours of the day. They have to split the shifts. And so my mom worked the night shift, and when it was time for her to finish, she was coming out. She decided to go to the toilet at the bottom to freshen up before she left for home. She walked in, and she saw a friend in front of the sink by the mirror, no joke, combing her hair. Long black hair. Yeah, this girl is dark skin, Indian girl, combing her hair. So mom goes, hi V. And then my mom walked into the cubicle to do her job. Now as my mom was doing her business, she was going, this V, damn rude. No? People say hello, never say hello back. Never mind. Sometimes maybe tired or whatever. So my mom finished the business, she came out. The lady was still there combing her hair. And then mom was washing her hands, going, V had a good shift, everything okay? The woman didn't say anything, just kept combing her hair. So my mom was going, fuck you, I'm not gonna ask you again. So my mom says, walked out. She walked out. As she opened the door and she walked out, it was near the front door. She saw the lady who was in the bathroom coming in. Then my mom said, look to her, hey V, didn't I just see you in the toilet? And goes, don't be silly lah, I've only just coming to work. Then my mom looked in the toilet, the lady is not there, you know? So only one way in, one way out. At that point in time, my mom realized when she saw the lady combing her hair in front of the mirror, she never saw her reflection. And not only that, she didn't see her feet. So it was a lady without feet floating in front of the mirror, combing her hair without reflection. Yeah, that was one story, okay? So apparently a lot of the girls in the office used to get disturbed. My mom was sleeping at one stage in the staff room, and she was drifting off to sleep. She's sleeping on her side, she can hear teeth chattering in her ears. So like,
oh my god.
She can hear that. So mom opening her eyes, there's nothing. So mom turned around, the bloody thing followed her to the other ear. So my mom's like, oh my god. So my mom grabbed the rosary, Catholic family, started praying, and I'm just gonna close my eyes, go to sleep. She didn't get much sleep that night. The next day, she was in the staff room making a cup of tea, and then she overheard 2 of the Malay girls talking. The Malay girls were going like, did you see or not? See what? Oh, the 2 kakaks were in there. And they saw two Pontianak just walking around the room to each person, looking through the belongings, moving stuff, moving the plastic bags. Then my mom also realized when she said this, that she kept hearing the rustling of plastic bags. And she was hearing the 2 girls speaking. They were like, they saw these 2 entities going around just rummaging through people's bags. So that place was very dirty in Singapore, right? So that's my mom's story. Yeah? Now fast forward many years later to when I'm a grown-up, handsome boy with Kim and his girlfriend in Bali, right? Okay, Bali. I was in Bali with Shaz lah, alamak. So Shaz is like a little sister to me lah. So I think, was it last year, Kim? It was last year. We decided to go to Bali for a bit of content creation, but also to have a bit of a tour. And with us was a Balinese shaman. His name is Tony. Now Tony has become a friend. We're like part of his family now. But we decided to go to a place called Villa Adit. No, not Villa Adit. Sorry. What was it?
Here.
Yeah, Villa Adit. Can you remember? Oh, Villa Niki. The Niki Hotel. Niki Hotel in Bali.
Yeah.
So I think it's near Kuta. So a whole bunch of us went there. Now, this is the first time I have experienced something that I can say I have no explanation for, and that is distinctly paranormal. I won't go into the whole story because there's a lot to it lah. When you go through this entire abandoned hotel, you can hear doors closing and shutting in this hotel. Okay, you can hear footsteps, you can hear people talking in the background, and there's no one there. At one stage, I thought the police had come. So I was going, oh shit, man, I can't go to a Bali jail lah. I don't think I'm going to survive lah. I'm used to being on the other side of the grills, not in the grill itself. So I was shitting myself, right? And when I was sure this group of people was going to come and it's going to be a policeman, no one came. The voices died down. But after we had gone up to visit the shrine of a sea goddess, okay, there is this random in this hotel. The Balian and his priest friend say, guys, I think we better go now lah. There's just we've been given permission to stay here, but you can't stay for long. And they got nervous. I've never seen Tony nervous before. If he gets nervous, I'm going to get nervous. So I just told everyone, let's just go downstairs. So we went downstairs. Had a little bit of time to be exploration. We were in a huge hotel lobby. Now the lobby, I would say, is anywhere between 50 to about maybe 80 meters long. That's how long this is huge lobby. Okay, I was there with my 360 camera. So I was like, oh, it is so good. I'm going to make some content. I went around the corner, which is where I heard some voices, and I heard Tony's voice. I says, Tony's over there, but it's time to go. I'm going to go and get the video, then I'm going to come out. As I was leaving, the right-hand side of the lobby, I said, Tony, let's go. I said in Malay, we got to go. But when I said Tony, I heard a voice go, yeah? Then I went, okay, let's go. Silence. Nothing there. No voice. Why is Tony ignoring me? It's a bit rude lah. So I started going towards where the voice. But then I realized as I was walking there, it was getting darker and darker. It was a long corridor. No Tony there. And I remember saying, "Where's Tony?" And I think one of our guys, KK King, was behind me. I says, "Where's Tony?" And I go, "Tony!" I yelled out. Tony came up from the opposite end of the lobby. I caught the voice on my 360 camera going, yeah, listening to me. So I'm not imagining things. It's the first time I've ever experienced something that I can say I have no explanation. Some people will say, okay, echo, large space, sound moves differently. I get that. But I heard the voice coming from right in front of me. I don't think that's an explanation. All right, third one happened a couple of months ago. This is the first time I've seen something. So it was Easter time. I was at my mom and dad's house, and my godmother had come down from Singapore. She's the lady that I usually stay with in Tampines. So she'd come down from Singapore. It was my mom's sister. And we decided to go there and stay at my mom's house, my wife, my daughter, myself, just to spend time with the family. So we were sitting in the hall area. I was doom scrolling. I think my wife was sleeping next to me, and then my daughter was in the shower, or she had just come up from the shower. My godmother sleeping in the room in front of me. I was doom scrolling. Then I looked up. I saw my godmother come out from the bedroom. Okay, walk. And I saw this person, right? I went, hopefully she's probably old lady, must go toilet, you know. When you get old, things don't start where you have to go to the toilet more frequently lah. But then I was like just looking up and just scrolling, looking up. I just realized I can't hear anything. So I'm like, why is the door not open to the toilet? Secondly, why can't I hear the sink? At this point in time, I'm going, this is my godmother. So I thought, oh my God, don't tell me old people fell down, hurt herself. I better go and check. So I walked out and walked towards the bathroom. My daughter is there brushing her teeth, doing her hair, doing something like that. I says, Mickey, is Godma here? He goes, no, I'm the only one here. I walked around the corner, I peeped into the bedroom, my godmother is still sleeping. So I went, okay, shit. I went to my mom. My mom was sleeping. I says, Mom, I think I just saw something. I just saw Godma. So in the process of speaking to her, my mom says, who does she look like? I saw a lady in a full blue pajamas walk out of that room, short hair. Okay? Now, I didn't see it out of the corner of my eye. I wasn't in a hypnagogic or hypnopumpic state where I'm either waking up or falling asleep. I'm doom scrolling. I saw someone walk out. And then I realized, hang on a second, Mom. I went back into the bedroom. I looked there, my godmother is still sleeping. And I realized something. The person that I saw coming out was wearing the different clothes to the person that's sleeping in the bedroom. The person that I saw walking out had a blue pajamas. My godmother is wearing a polka dot nightie. Okay? And then when I went to speak to my mom, I said, Mom, it can't be Godma, it's a different dress. And I also realized something. I didn't hear any footsteps that my godmother would have made walking. Now, it's a wooden floor. And if you walk on anything that's wooden or even linoleum, you can hear the sound of the feet, like just the shuffling sounds it makes. Especially with old people, right? They tend to walk a little bit more, they make a lot more noise. I didn't hear a noise. This person was wearing something different and a different hairstyle. I have no explanation from it. And I don't buy hallucination. I'm a psychologist, okay? You don't just hallucinate for no reason like that. There are different ways that the mind can perceive things, but you're not just sitting there eating your noodles and suddenly a pink panther walks in front of you and disappears in the wall. Hallucinations don't tend to appear and occur like that unless you have a pre-existing mental illness. So you come down the medical route with me and I'm going, no. I saw something visually walk in front of me, and I think that's the first time I've ever seen anything in my life. First time I've seen it.
Did your parents say anything about it?
Yeah, unfortunately, we've had experiences.
That house.
We've had experiences in that house. Even though we moved in like 9 months after it was built, there was another family living there. So my family have seen like what we would probably term like doppelgangers of one another. So yeah, my dad waking up at 5 in the morning because my dad's a psychiatric nurse, or he still is. He wakes up very early in the morning to go to work in the hospital. Right? He was making his stuff one day and he saw my mom walk out of the bedroom towards the back of the house. My dad said, why is Rosalind walking out there? And my mom has a penchant for sleepwalking. So my dad says, maybe she's gone to do something. Again, didn't hear anything. Went to find her. She's not where she was meant to be. Go back into the room. She's still sleeping. Similarly, they've seen they've seen a smaller figure walk around. I have a brother, and my brother is vertically challenged. I'll put it that way. He's not that tall. He's not that tall. He's a bit shorter. So, and they've seen someone of his height just walk past into an area, and then suddenly they realize they're the only one. So people have seen things in that house, but it's been nothing that I would say is malevolent. Interestingly enough, on that Easter when the Easter past when my godmom was there, she started having really bad dreams. She'll start to sleep talk and stuff like that. So we suspect that either something from the outside has come in and just like passed through, or is this maybe something that's already pre-existing in the house?
Wow. Actually quite creepy. I think he's very creeped out.
Yeah, I hate doppelgangers.
I don't know, is it a Eurasian thing? What's with Eurasians and doppelgangers? Doppelgangers always attack you. Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's really creepy. It's like a twisted version of yourself, right? It's like, the back rooms. It's like that kind of shit that is really weird, that you cannot explain. It could be, I mean, if you really want to take the science route, a clash in the multiverse. Somehow, it just clashed for that one split moment and then it just disappeared. Or it could be just HANTU lah. But I mean, I just want to bring it back to the Yio Chu Kang one. It sounds oddly familiar. I believe we have one guest that shared about that telecommunication center in Yio Chu Kang also.
I'm trying to remember.
I think it was Hafiz Rahman.
Maybe
that shared. His mom also worked. His mom worked as a 999 emergency phone call lah.
Yeah.
Right. Then she can sleep Then there were like there was stories that she cannot disturb lah while she was resting. They have to rest because it's night shift. They have to rest, but they have to take the phone lah.
Yes.
So similar things disturb her, like the clacking of the noise. But I don't know if the same area. But it was so haunted to the point where they had to shift the comm center to a different part of that space lah. But I wanted after this episode, maybe you can ask your mom what's the exact address. I'm pretty sure it's abandoned by now.
Oh, I'm sure.
But there was this particular telecom center that I went to shoot a film in that is sibei haunted. Super haunted.
Yio Chu Kang as well?
Around that area, there was a very weird name, Lorong Tiram or something. It's one of those abandoned roads. It's not illegal to access, but it's just that you have to drive and it's very deep. It's like, Singapore is so dense, right? You can find like a random ass forest road, and then there's like this telecommunication tower in the middle of nowhere, this abandoned building. I don't know if it's the same building, but I do know that it is probably demolished already or abandoned by this point. So I just wanted to confirm. Maybe if you can let me know, that would be good. Because
definitely.
I mean, we just want to know where got HANTU.
So I can stay away from it.
Where got HANTU?
It sounds very similar, Kyle. It sounds very similar because it's a long road to go in. It's a huge field, and in that long road, there's the old center, and then there's a newer building there. At that time, it was a huge double or triple story silver kind of building. I don't think it's there anymore. I think it's been demolished. Okay, but the security guards in the old building, right? My mom told this story online. They used to see a woman come from all the other end across the road, walk down that long road carrying a baby.
Oh, bloody hell.
Almost every night to the dot, walk into the center, and before dawn, she'll walk back out, go back into the jungle.
You know what's scary? Because the Yio Chu Kang, that road, right? You go further down is Jalan Bahar, which is Lim Chu Kang Cemetery.
Yeah.
Because it's very far north.
Okay.
You all know lah, Lim Chu Kang Cemetery is our main cemetery in Singapore. So that road, right, you go this way and then you turn right, is towards the telecommunication center. You go straight, is towards NTU, which is the university. Then further down is Jalan Bahar, which is Lim Chu Kang Cemetery. So that area, very ulu. Yeah, it's very hard to get out. Yeah. So I remember I went to there to shoot some stuff, right, for HANTU. And then the person that was protecting me was like, I think we better bring out the incense and start praying. I was like, wow, you're not scared of ghosts on there? He's like,
shit.
I think you better pray. Okay, we start praying. Then it started. It's really out of a horror film. I mean, you can still see the visuals on our website, hantu.sg, right? There's this scene where it's like a long road, and then you can see thunderstorms in the further down. That was the exact scene that it was there, and it was, I don't know, maybe last time my cojones much bigger. Like now I probably wouldn't dare to do it with just the two of us, just two of us only. But at that point I was like, okay lah, quite chill, nice the vibes. But I'm pretty sure we were surrounded by spirits, bro.
Can I just say, like 5-6 years odd into HANTU, thank you for doing all this and not bringing me along with you.
He will have to go on.
I will go, and I genuinely
pop his cherry, bro.
I genuinely appreciate that after a while you stop asking.
No, but you have to do it. We already promised.
Same with Kim lah. Kim won't come to these places with me lah. He won't lah.
No. The thing is, I told Joe, it's like this. So in this situation, I'm so you see, there is historian, whereby there is archaeologist, whereby both of us study history, things in the ancient, things in the past. But archaeologist is the one who go and dig the site, right? Get dirty, hands on the site and whatnot. Historians study books, right? We retell the stories, and then we go through documentations, we go through files, and retell the story. I don't have to get our hands dirty, what? You do your job, I do mine.
I am going to take your entire explanation, right? I'm going to cut out that clip. The next time anybody asks me why Kyle does all the footage and I don't, I'm just going to play that clip for them. I was like, this is why.
No lah.
Not it.
Hold on.
You just tell.
No lah, I think Wayne will go on lah. He's got more guts than he would admit lah. But I think he will go if I really ask. And I think we do have lah. We went already. The content is just not out. We went to one, but not as scary lah. Went in the day lah. That one quite chill lah. Thailand.
Okay.
That one quite chill lah. That one quite chill. Even for me, okay. I'm not at that level where you ask me to go like this abandoned place. Then I will just go. For me, it's more physical reason. I scared later the thing crumble, then I die in there, or like lizards. I know creepy crawlies more than the HANTU than anything else. I think the HANTU also understand. This guy scared of lizard, not scared of us.
Yeah. Yep.
For me, I think necessity is the ultimate courage. Because I remember we were at the very end of all abandoned, not abandoned. It's a new hotel, but was abandoned for a little while. But apparently super haunted. No one is it's several acres. It's a huge hotel, and then there's a spiritual leader's hut. I had diarrhea in Bali so no choice I had to break into the hut, and I had to have a poo in the spiritual hermit's hut, right? In the middle of the night, dark, everything around me. Don't care, have to go. Ghost said, don't worry.
Let me correct. It's not just poo, guys. It's explosive diarrhea. And my wife have a video recording.
Wait, what?
The thing just explosive diarrhea. You can hear Joe explosive diarrhea from in the middle of nowhere, dark haunted room in the toilet. Go bam.
I think the HANTU also scared. The HANTU also scared.
Look. Yeah, I was like
100%.
I don't know. Pontiana appear, devil appear. I say, please wait 5 seconds. I need to go.
Can I just say, a lot of people can say like, oh, me and this person, we're like brothers, we're like family. The fact that your wife has a video of the sound of Joe taking a poop, like nothing says we are family quite like that.
Yeah, agreed.
That
100%.
This girl, she was so bad. You can hear her. She sent the freaking video. She's like whispering, "I'm outside the room right now. Joe's inside," and she's giggling in Malay. Joe's inside, and he can't tahan. He's having a shit in the middle of this fucking abandoned hotel. And then she's giggling, and then like 5 seconds later, you can hear the sound of thunder and I'm not kidding you, reverberating across the walls. And then she giggles somewhat and it cuts off, and she just sends this to everyone. Friends like this.
Also, I have to say, just like I find it a little bit strange, but also not that strange that for some reason, right, a lot of our guests, while we're talking about ghosts, it always veers to the topic of poop.
Yeah. Like we had a whole entire monologue that time we were discussing like, I don't think ghosts are chibai enough, right, to scare you while you're taking a huge shit. Especially you diarrhea. Even the ghosts are sayang. Now the food quality not the same as last time. Last time we boil everything. At least everything, all the germs kill. But now you're going to do all the fancy sous vide cooking then eat then you see lao sai Then down there sayang wait. I wait for him to come out first. When the wash the hand, I attack. I will never boo. They halfway you shit. Then you're like, what now, bro? Everything's out, bro. What the fuck you want?
They can scare you, but they can't scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, already out already, bro. So
already out.
But they must see, this guy must be damn brave. He's in the middle of a jungle in a huge abandoned hotel. The toilet bowl, no seat, So I had to hover.
Horse stands.
And the guy, house stands, right? I'm just using my phone light to shine up on the wall because I can't see anything, right? One-handed, holding my pants. If the ghost of this guy are doing this, I don't think he'll be scared by me. I better just leave him alone.
Been there, done that. I did the same shit.
Different day.
No, it's like you have to make a decision, right? In your life, it's like, do I shit in my pants where everybody laugh at me? Or I go and shit in the possible haunted toilet where the HANTU might get me? You take your chances lah, bro. I'm not going to shit my pants.
Of course. I'm not going to do that. I don't have a change. So I'm going to go and do it.
You know what? I think we're all in agreement. When you need to go, right, there isn't a HANTU on Earth or in any other plane that will stop you.
Nope.
I like how now this is the The what? Fifth tangent. Now it's about talk about Vera.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, we're still on topic.
Yeah, well, I mean,
this is still very much on topic.
Fair. Okay, so I want to ask this question to Joe actually specifically because you're now living in Perth and in the greater detail Australia, right, itself. And Australia, they have very, very scary ghost stories. I understand. Some entities also come from Australia. What are some of the scariest ghost stories originating from Perth that you have heard? Doesn't have to be experienced by you, but just that you have heard.
Well, I think one of the most, there are two places, right, that this come to mind. One is the old Fremantle prison, which is a tourist attraction in Worth, and they actually have torchlight tours down there. So you can actually go and pay, and they'll take you through a torchlight tour. They even tell you ghost stories. So it's a lovely place. The entire prison was built, if I'm not wrong, by convicts, and it's a huge prison. It's huge, made of limestone from memory. Look, specific stories, I'm a little bit unsure, but I do recall that they, like every single guard or tour guide who's worked there has got a story about that place. I think the most infamous one is about the old guard tower. So they have this really huge guard tower, right? That just kind of, not a guard tower, it's a tower, but it's like the ramparts, okay? So in the old days, the prison officers would kind of like stay there and they would look into the yard. Now, I interviewed this guy for a book I was writing then. It was 10 years ago. So it just shows you how I leave things unfinished.
I understand.
Anyway, it's difficult, right? Anyway, he was there, he was sitting, and then he was just standing there, and he was reading a newspaper, and he just felt something just cold and just really eerie all of a sudden. And for some reason, he just kind of glanced to the left, and he saw someone actually standing or sitting right next to him, right to his left-hand side. And he's up in the post, right? No one has come in, no one's come out, he's got only key. And at that very moment, he could hear the radio start just crackling with interference, right? And I think he saw this figure turn and just stand up and just walk to the other end of the thing, disappearing into the other guard tower. From that day on, he refused to work up there. He says, you can sack me, you can do whatever you want, I am not going to work up there. So that's the and people have had encounters. They've been scratched, they've had things thrown at them, they've seen because sometimes they have scare actors there. So as they're telling, right, then suddenly the guy will burst up from the side and go, and then they'll tell a story. So it's pretty cool. But sometimes they see, oh yeah, that's really nice. I like the actor that was standing right on top.
Oh my god!
Go, no, there's no one up there. This is the only guy that's doing the acting. So they see things like that. They've seen the ghost of a serial killer in that particular. So he's one of the most infamous serial killers in Western Australia. It's a husband and wife team, David and Catherine Birdie. Catherine is still incarcerated. David died by unaliving himself a long time back. But he died in another prison. But they see his ghost in this prison looking over the ramparts. No, not ramparts, but looking over the railing in one of the cell blocks. So they've seen stuff like that. The other one is the old... Not the old Fremantle. It would be the old Fremantle Asylum. So it was an asylum for... Well, asylum means people with mental health issues, right? It was very, very old, long time back. They used just to put people there and throw away and forget the key. They've had instances where people who have gone through have had the cells locked behind them for no reason whatsoever. And then they're hearing voices and sounds around them. They had to burst out. My cousin from Canada went on a ghost walk there. He fainted for no reason whatsoever. He was walking. The tour guide was telling a story. My cousin looked at me. He goes, again, no joking. He goes, man, I've got to poop. He said in his Canadian accent. And he just passed out. And then when they revived him, he says, I don't know what happened. And we spoke to the guy that led the tour. He goes, you'll be interested to know that where your cousin has passed out, many people have just walked past and passed out in this very same area themselves. Sheesh. So you have things like this. But I think the scariest part of Perth is potentially the stories of the everyday everyday person, right? And I think unlike Asia, people don't tend to be really open with their ghost stories. I think it's not part of the culture where people sit around and talk about it. When you gain their trust and they understand that you're not going to ridicule them, then they'll start opening up. And there's lots of stories here. And Pak Dawat being one of the scariest stuff that I've heard. So,
What about like entities? Like, do they have like things like skinwalkers over there?
So skinwalkers is more of a very, if I'm not wrong, the Diné, the Navajo people. But we have our own Aboriginal people in Western Australia, and they have many different language groups. You have the Yamaji, you have the Noongar, you have the Wongais, and they're all Aboriginal people, but separated by language, which are very distinct from one another. Now, I think one of the common ones is the idea of a featherfoot. So a featherfoot, and I can't. When I speak to my Aboriginal friends, I can't sometimes determine whether the featherfoot is a real person, whether it's an entity, and basically it's a lawman. So in Aboriginal culture, especially those maybe towards more of the central part of Western Australia in the desert areas, they have held and kept a large part of their culture and their law intact. So they still go through ceremonies, they still go through certain rituals, whereas a lot of the Aboriginal people who live more in the coastal areas have, through the process of colonization, really lost a lot of the culture, right? So when you speak to a lot of the Aboriginal people from the interior, they speak about this being called a featherfoot as a lawman. So during law time in the year, where they're meant to go and grab young Aboriginal men to take them through initiation and adult ceremonies, a lot of the young men will chabut. They'll run to the metropolitan areas. They'll try to find a way, and apparently they'll send the lawmen after them. And this is where the distinction gets a little bit muddy. Some will say, the lawmen are the feather feet. So the feather feet are seen as these beings that are half spiritual, half human. They, if I'm not wrong, some stories say that their feet is backwards. Right? But also they come either wearing feathers, and my friends will probably just be shaking their heads. No, Joe, that's not the fucking story that I told you. But like feathers on their feet, and they travel via the wind, and they know who to get. And I've been told that the way that you know that there's a featherfoot around, people start having really bad dreams. People start seeing things, and they smell very, very foul, rotting smell. And that smell, and I've spoken to a few of my female friends, and they say it smells like, and I'm sorry to gross people out, but like male genitals that haven't been washed for a very long time. So it's a really, really, really specific,
very
bad
specific
smell, and you know that they're around. And I didn't want to ask how you know, like how do you know the difference? I said some questions better.
NS lah, bro.
Ask,
NS.
I better not. I don't know.
National service, bro. The whole room smell like that one.
The whole smell
Balls
of like young balls. Oh my god, that sounds
Wait,
really
nose.
bad. Oh my God.
I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't know, but I the moment you said it smells like horrible genitalia, I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yep.
I got it already.
Yeah, I know what it smells like. They also talk about little people. Like so they like little. I'm not talking like some of my brothers. Only jokes, kids. I'm only joking. But the shots fired. I'm gonna get into trouble for this. But people who are in like the orang pendek that you hear about in like Indonesian and Malaysian folklore, people who are like maybe that small.
Oh fuck.
Really, really small. A couple of, and again, depends on who you speak to. If you speak to some elders, some of them will say they're spirits. Some of them will go, bro, they're not spirits. There are actually beings that live in the bush areas and in certain areas. We even know where their burial sites are, but we don't tell people where their burial sites are. And they're very similar to the orang pendek that you hear in Indonesian and Malaysian. I think, Kim, you were saying that even if the Dayaks, they have something about like orang pendek, right? Little people, right? Were you the one that was saying that? I was speaking this.
We have the direct opposite.
The hantu
Yeah,
gala,
the tall one.
the tall one, or mawas.
Gala.
Iban has another one.
Hantu
Iban
gala,
has
yeah.
another one. Hantu
Oh
Gasi,
yeah.
which is
I heard.
Oh,
yeah. Hantu Gasi is another one.
And you find again, like with the Aboriginal people, they also talk about their version of Bigfoot. Very, very tall, very hairy, and they'll say, again, this is not a spirit. All right, so some friends will tell me that you go in the bush, right? You have to light a fire, especially if you're in a very unknown area. You light a fire, and these beings, they won't come near fire, but you can actually see them just outside the firelight, and they will come. And for some of them, they will say like, we even leave our offerings for them. So we'll leave a bit of food, a bit of kangaroo tail, kangaroo meat. We leave there. The next day when you wake up, nothing's disturbed, food's gone. And they're huge, like just typically like the US North American Bigfoot. We have a similar thing. We just call it the Yeti. No, not the Yeti. Sorry. What do we call it? No, it's not the Yeti. The Yeti is more Himalayan. Is it called the bunyip? I'm getting a bit confused now. Maybe it's called the bunyip. Yeah, but it's very similar. Tall, 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall, shaggy, brown fur, red fur, some even white fur. And they are seen as part of the culture. And again, some people will say they're spiritual. Some people will say they're just like mammals like us.
Interesting. I like how it's not as explored because like maybe it's the culture in Australia. People don't like to talk about ghost stories. Not like Southeast Asians, right?
Yeah.
Where we, hey bro, got ghost story now. It's like chill. Yeah. For them, it's like, bro, what what era are they still talk about ghosts? That kind of mindset. Then you know, Australia, a lot of the places in Australia is not don't have people staying there. There's no cities built, so there's actually unexplored places. So you might not know what you might find in there. I mean, not just the deadly animals that will want to kill you lah, but like maybe also HANTU also. Yeah,
I do remember last time I was in Perth as well. My wife, my sister-in-law, and I went for an exhibit about Aboriginal culture as well, and it's an exhibit in a museum, so obviously you're gonna get like a very like, you know, the surface level kind of thing. So they didn't go into mythological creatures or anything, but I always found the lore of many of the Aboriginal people incredibly fascinating, just because of stuff like I'm sure I'm getting this wrong, but like stuff like the world was created through song and stuff like that. So I've always found that very fascinating. So I've been very curious about the mythological creatures. I did want to ask you, the asylum in Freo, is it near the prison?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Quite near.
So it's the area lah.
Yeah.
It's called the Fremantle Arts
Centre. Okay.
Oof.
Then I think I've been to the first time my wife went to Perth, I think it was like, I can't remember how many years ago. You know, we went to the prison for a tour. It was during the day, and I heard they have a night tour. I didn't know they tell ghost stories on the night tour as well.
They do.
Oh my god! Nice. Part of me wants to go. Part of me does not.
Hesitation.
I think we didn't go for the night tour. Do they take you through like there's caverns, right?
No, so there's another one which is the tunnels tour. So underneath actually all of Freo is a bunch of tunnels. Some of them lead to the sea, some lead to different buildings from my understanding, right? And so underneath the Freo, and it's all filled with water. So they take you in a canoe. They've got a little kind of like headland and stuff, and they take you through this entire caverns tour. I've never been for that one. I do want to go one day. So maybe the next time you're down in Perth, we'll go.
That'll be my middle ground. Like, I'm not going to do the night tour in the prison. I will go into the tunnels.
I will do the night tour. I don't want to go in the caverns.
I'm okay with the caverns.
Water, bro. Water, darkness. Claustrophobic, bro. Later you drop inside the water, how? Pass away,
I'll wear a life jacket.
Yeah.
They do give you a life jacket, so that's okay.
Okay, so, guys, it was such a treat, you know, to talk to you all about the ghost story, and especially, I think two ends of the spectrum lah. One where you throw back to Singapore, Joe, and then one where you talk about the new house, your new house that had like some experience. And Kim's one is like, this one goes, I think, multi-generational kind of ghost story.
Can I just say, Joe, by the way, every time I go to Perth, I think to myself, okay, you know, I can forget about all the HANTU because, like, you know, Perth, thanks for ruining that for me, by the way.
Nope.
They're still around. Yeah.
I've got more. So.
Yeah. So, before we let you go, before this episode turns into a 3-4 hour episode.
Very possible at this point.
No, because so that we can have part 2 of the collaboration.
Correct.
We can have that back.
Correct.
Y'all let the listeners ask for more.
Exactly,
You see, y'all have to earn it. Yeah.
Must tease a bit like you can't show the whole. You must little bit.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
take away.
So, we always ask this to all our guests. What are some of your favorite horror books, comics, movies, and or video games? Horror, Keep arrow games, yeah, this one.
The moment you ask something like this, you see, behind Joe, he got a lot of books, you know. You see, none of it behind me, you know. Obviously, I'm not a book guy, I'm not a book guy. So, if movie, I think the one that immediately pops up would be Nang Nang, the one of Thailand,
The 90s one,
original first one that produced. Yeah, the one that, you know, the soldier that came back
scout
with his
shit.
wife, and everybody know that she's dead. Yeah, he doesn't know that she's dead. Yeah, so that kind of like haunts me for quite a number of nights. Then after that, it will be Shutter. I just want to give a shout out to these two. Shutter is also a Thai movie. I've never. I felt like, especially Thai Indonesian movie. They got to the different parts of your brain whereby you're like, fuck, I never thought about this kind of horror. You know, like girl sitting on your shoulder and like, fuck. I don't want to hurt another person. So yeah, for me, Nang Nang and Shutter.
Video games?
Nice.
Video games, video games, not really. The last one I played with Joe was what was the one with that we went around? Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia. Yeah, it was scary in the beginning. As in you don't know what is happening, you didn't expect the jump scare and whatnot. So then after that, you just kind of like go through it. Then after that, you're like, wait, it's video game, and then there's just a repeated pattern. So then after that, you just turn, okay lah, it's not as bad lah. But yeah, that for me, video game phasmophobia lah. Then. Yeah, I'm always the guy who always want to stay in the real life and also
Fair enough.
I understand.
Understandable.
I understand.
Joe?
Okay, so for me, I give you, since we're talking about two movies, okay? The first one is Deliver Us from Evil.
Oh,
That's the one with Eric Bana, and I can't remember the other guy. For some reason, just I love the story, I love the visuals, I also love the sound. The sound engineering for the movie, especially during the exorcism scene, I was out of this world. Like I loved every time I travel via plane, I watch that on plane. Even it's on my phone, I always watch it. It's my ritual. It's my ritual. I just love that. The second one, and Kim's gonna roll his eyes. It's a Malaysian show lah. It's a comedy horror lah. It's called HANTU Kat Lima.
We watched it.
I love that show, man. I absolutely.
The one with
nice,
the Chinese,
right?
the Chinese guy lah.
Nostalgic.
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
On behalf of Malaysian, I don't mind Singaporean calling this trash. It is literally trash, man. It's rubbish.
I love it. I absolutely
Why
love it.
why do you think it's rubbish? I just want to understand why.
What is good about that movie? The acting is shit. There is no solid storyline in that movie. The ghosts look like shit. I'm not actual human who looks uglier than that ghost. The whole thing is a shit show. I don't even know why it's on Netflix in the first place. And you know what? Joe actually, when he came to Malaysia, stayed in my house, put it on my TV and asked me to watch it with my wife. God damn it. I don't even know why. And then I put it up with him also. So, yeah, no. Shit. It's a
Joe,
shit movie.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't know whether you'll agree, but every single thing that Kim said that sucks about that movie is probably the exact reason why me and Carl liked it.
Yes. It's goofy. It's B grade. It doesn't take itself seriously. And oh my god, I just love everything about it. It's a
It's not
mashup
even
of
B,
all
it's not even B grade, man. It's degrading, man.
I feel like
It's not even
I feel like
B-grade. It's fucking degrading,
Kim
man.
knows that Joe's gonna say this. Then he has been practicing that shit. that monologue.
Look at the
Especially the
disgust in his
ugly or
face.
the uglier humans that in the course.
Look, I know your team has somebody who does movie reviews and everything, but Kim, honestly, right? I want to see you do more reviews.
Do
of movies
that
you
one,
hate.
do that one.
Just of movies you hate.
That one movie. Yeah. But yeah lah.
But also, they have Hantu Kat Lima, they have Kampung Pokok Pisang or something like that. They have all the different it's a whole franchise. Kim. You need to go and sit down.
Yeah, no, wait. I know all these movies. You know, fucking Malaysian did a movie called Zombie Kilang Biskut. What the
Yes,
fuck is
I've
going
watched
on in
it.
their head? Zombie Kilang Biskut. Why? Can't you do a lot of other movies, a lot of other lores in Malaysia? Can't you do that? Why do you have to do that?
Because I guess because they don't take themselves seriously. I think that's the beauty. Okay. I mean, let's draw an example. Venom, right? It looks like shit.
Yeah.
It really looks like shit. It looks like something that happened in the Tobey Maguire universe in 2007, but it was released in 2018 or something, right? But people love it because it don't take itself seriously and it looks like shit.
Correct.
And they don't try, this one is a new start of the Sony cinematic universe. No. They don't give a shit. We just want to tell a better story that's funny. I think that's what the filmmakers intended for
like-
that particular movie.
So bad it's good lah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Yes.
Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Doesn't take itself seriously. But cult classic.
But yeah, I can see that he like questioning himself. Wow.
I made him and Shaz watch that show with me.
Thank you very much for the Singaporean and Australian here telling Malaysian movie good by that standard lah.
No lah.
It's like that is Malaysian good.
No.
lah.
Y'all got different level of good. Like y'all got really, really good films, I'm sure.
Of course.
No lah, it's just that one is quite very fun horror. Yeah.
Yeah. But every time I meet Joe, Joe wanna watch that movie, you know. Never mind. The last time I met him, the daughter came along. The daughter wanna watch that same movie also.
Joe, be
My daughter
honest, at
loves
this
it.
point in time, right? Are you watching the movie for the movie or just to get Kim pissed off?
Both.
Joe, are you
I can respect that.
Are you an executive producer for that movie? Are you trying to earn some royalties?
Hey,
it's
do you
a
know who
fucking
the
shit
director?
lah.
Do you know who the director is? The director is the brother
No
of
way.
Oh.
The director is the brother of the guy who created Luck.
No way.
But he's passed away
Oh
now.
wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Oh my god.
Okay.
See, now
those
you
are
just made it all the more appealing.
Yeah. Other than movies,
Yeah.
books for you, Joe? Any books, horror books?
Books are horror books. Any horror, but school textbook is a horror book. Lah. I can't stand that lah. I'm sorry, but I think look seriously. You know what? I really horror wise, it was and I can't remember the name, but it was a true account of an exorcism, of which The Exorcist was based upon. When I find that title, I'll find you. Because it was a really
I
scary
think
book.
I know the one you're talking about.
I can't
think
remember
I know
the
the
name
one
of
you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
very old,
my mom
very
had
old.
that book.
Was the
I
little
can't
boy named
remember.
Robbie?
I can't for the life of me remember because this was like when my parents were living in two flats ago. So it was quite old. Yeah, and they stayed in flats for a very long time. So this is like 2 flats ago. So I very distinctly remember, I can't describe the cover, but I remember it being the words, the account, something like the account in which The Exorcist was based or something. So I know the book you're talking about, yeah.
This was
My,
based,
my mom, of course, had that book. Lah.
It's really scary.
Okay.
Yeah. Catholics.
Catholics?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yes,
That's
of course.
essential reading. This is why you say your prayers and you go to church every Sunday. Or not
see?
this will happen to you.
I swear at some point The Exorcist was just like essential viewing for everybody in my family.
Training.
Yeah, training.
Guidebook.
Yeah.
Okay. We asked this question to all our guests. This one to both of you. what scares you guys the most? It can be anything, Some of our guests give us some existential shit.
Yeah.
Some is like as simple as a cockroach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what scares you guys the most? The scariest shit.
When my wife tell me, sit down.
Oh.
What now? Ayo.
Good one. Very good one. Very good one.
What? Yeah. I think a lot of men scared of that also.
No, we're not scared of our wife.
You're scared of.
Who buy?
No, you're
who
scared.
buy the?
You
who buy
scared.
the
You
rice
scared
and
of the sit down. The sit down part.
It's the conversation itself.
Is the So put stopwatch. Start now. 3 hours later, still sitting there.
Hi, honey.
Sayang, no. They joke only. Not scared, no. Respect.
Joke?
So,
Yeah, my wife knows who's the man of the house. So
Is it her?
right outside, like, I get into trouble. Look, I could actually go quite existential, like, the death of a child and stuff like that. But like if I were to be really on what I don't like, and I'm just going, ugh, it's the flapping of birds.
You're the
wings.
second one who said that already.
Who? Wait, really?
Wow.
Genesis,
the flap, the crack of it. I fucking hate it. I just
Yeah.
don't. Ugh.
Yeah.
And especially if it flaps in your
Ooh,
face.
okay, fair enough.
No.
So to break
I just-
you
I
is to
can't think
tie
of
you
anything
up
worse.
and just put a pigeon like in your face.
Bro, like even when you said like that, I just get like, oh. It's just horrible. There's something about the just the crack of the wings and how it just like flaps. I just don't like it.
I just learned new things about you. I'm going to break this to chest. Now we know how to portray you.
No, nothing. No
One more hantu
bird
kat lima.
sanctuary.
I'm going to raise a fucking bird in the house.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Raise the big one.
Sorry.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
We're gonna have a whole new our stat bird in my house.
Hornbill.
Right.
That only comes out
huge,
when
man.
Joe's over and it's like, hey, do you want to watch that? No.
Yeah, of course.
Release the bird.
Meet my bird kat lima.
Release the bird.
I love it. Oh my god. Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah,
this has
it's
been so
really fun.
bloody
treat.
fun.
I hope the listeners are.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah, I
having
hope the
us, guys.
listeners are happy. We finally collabed. Finally have them on dead air.
Yep.
Yeah, but I hope to have you guys on again. But before we let you go, I want to ask you guys, plug what are the future plans for Lights Out and where can people find you guys online?
This
Yo.
is the question that usually stumps me because I have freaking nothing prepared and I forget stuff. I think you can find us online on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Lights Out Ghost Stories. That's where you can find us, where we have all of that. And just look out for Lights Out Ghost Stories on Facebook. We are there. We typically, well, when Kim and I stream, we stream at really odd times. The only person that streams very regularly in his channel is KK Heng. He is switched on. Kim and I is like, hey, tonight free, want to stream? Okay, we go lah. So it's very hard lah. It's very hard lah, guys.
Terrible creator lah. We are
We are
terrible creator.
terrible creators in that sense. But look, please do come and join us. We've got some stories there. And hopefully if we get more listeners, we can get more stories.
Yeah, future plan, I think we try to stay alive as long as possible so that we can tell more ghost stories. We try to still get in the line whereby Joe go to the haunted places and I will stay in the van. But sometimes now, eventually, I also get dragged into the places that we go. Yeah, well, Bali, I also went with you, no? Right? Bali, we also
But you
went
came
to
late.
shoot, right? Yeah, I
came
came
late,
late. But before that, we were also in haunted places, no?
Malaysia time.
Right,
Malaysia
we were
time.
at the
Malaysian time.
abandoned-
Malaysian time.
wood factory. So yeah. So yeah, I think for that lah. We don't want to give you the 5 years plan that every interviewee answer the interviewer, right? So no, it's not. So we're gonna stay as long as possible alive to tell you ghost story.
Rinse and repeat, same thing over and over
That's good
again.
enough. I think the listeners they love that.
Yeah.
That's a solid
but
plan.
on the exploration part, I think let us know down below. It would really be nice to have Kim and Wayne go on like a HANTU shit, right? Like they go find like and then just me and Joe just chilling, and just look at them maybe from the remote mon and see what happens.
No.
The two of them together.
I think we should do that. I think KK can organize that. You can go out with Chichi and Sonia. So Chichi is the type like where you see if there's a nail in the banana tree.
Oh my God. You see,
Win,
questioning
win.
his life choices.
Oh, you on a whole other continent, very happy to say this, right? He's like, wait, Ken, no problem.
No.
I'm not here.
We start
you watch
small. We try somewhere mild. The next time you're in Singapore, we will host you. Then we have Kim and Wayne going to do. We do something mild lah. Not Singapore. If you cannot pass Singapore, fail already. Singapore one is the most mild one.
I don't want to pass. I don't want to take the exam. It's not about pass or fail.
I go to Singapore.
Correct. I was just about to say, the moment you come to Singapore, I'll be
Australia
like,
lagi worse, yeah.
bye, I'm gonna go visit family in Perth.
Bye.
Yeah, but thank you so much, guys. It was
Thanks
a
so
lot
much,
of fun. We're gonna do the
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
cheers.
Likewise.
We're gonna do the
Closing.
closing. We're gonna do the closing. Okay, just the two of us. Okay, ready? And 3, 2, 1. And remember, just because there's stories.
Are we fucking it up?
One more time.
I thought it was me that was fucking it
Okay,
up.
3, 2, 1.
And remember, just because there's stories, it doesn't mean they're not true.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
And good night to you guys.
Bye.
If you want to stay up to date on HANTU or listen to our other podcasts like Ghost Maps, subscribe now and follow us on social media. Look for We Are HANTU or click the links in the description. You can also be one of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Air is a HANTU production, hosted by Kyle Ong and Wayne Ray, with album art by Jolene Lim, and recorded on Audio Technica mics.